To buy Ultimate Team coins, go to ufifa.com, one of the cheapest websites on the market, and use the code TOM for a 5% bonus. They are fast and reliable. What is up, guys? I'm Tom LFC7 and welcome to a video where I will talk about real life football. We are talking about the Premier League, which will start today, or it probably started already. I'm not sure when I will publish this video. I'm recording this on Friday. We will talk about the Premier League's top scorers, who will finish as the top scorer in the Premier League. It's really hard to predict, so leave your prediction right now in the comments below, and it will be just fun to take a look at the comments during the season or the end of the season and just to check who was right, who was wrong. So first of all, let's look at Arsenal. I'm going in alphabetical order. So last season, Giroud, as you can see, scored 16 goals. Ramsey, even though he was out for a long time, scored 10 goals. And the big signing for them is Alexis Sanchez. I think it will be Giroud who will be the top scorer, but Sanchez won't be too far behind. But I don't think Giroud can win the top scorer chart. Giroud can score 20, 23, 24 goals during the season, depending on avoiding injuries, of course, because he will have a hell of a support behind him. Ozil, Ramsey, Cazorla, Sanchez, Walcott, the Oxlade-Chamberlain, they can all supply crosses and passes to Giroud, so Giroud really should score 20, 22 goals this season, but he's not the greatest finishers. He needs 2 or 3 chances to score a goal. If Arsenal had an out-and-out striker like Suarez or Aguero with the finishing abilities of those two, then definitely the Arsenal could win the top scorers award, the Arsenal players. So let's go to the next team, but let me know if you agree or disagree. So in the next team we have Benteke, who could be a top scorer, but he's out injured for unknown return date. He has a serious Achilles injury, he missed the World Cup, so I don't think Benteke has a good enough team behind him to achieve top scorer status. And Cardiff got relegated, so why am I looking at them? Chelsea, I think Chelsea have a serious top scorer contender. Yeah, let's take a look at Burnley. I don't think Burnley have a top scorer in them. I think Danny Ings will be their top scorer, but he will get maybe 10-15 goals max. And Chelsea, finally they signed a world-class striker, Diego Costa, and I think Costa could be a major contender for top scorer, because Chelsea have some amazing midfielders like Hazard, Schürrle, Oscar, Willian, Ramirez, who can all supply balls, and Fabregas is the main man who can all supply assists and passes for Diego Costa. And Diego Costa finished 3rd in the top scorers chart in the La Liga, so I think he could be a serious contender for Diego Costa. Diego Costa seriously could get 25 to 30 goals, depending on how well he adapts to the league. The next team, Crystal Palace, they have no chance of having a top scorer. I think their top scorer will be Gale or Puncheon once again. But Everton, actually, Everton could be a dark horses in this season. They could really challenge for the top 4 if Lukaku, who they got on a permanent deal for £28 million, if Lukaku can hit the ground running, he can score 20, 22, 23 goals. But I think in order to get a top Premier League top scorer award this season, I think somebody has to score 25 or more goals. That's definitely my opinion, so I'm not sure if Lukaku is capable of that. Hull City, they made, I think, a big mistake by letting Shane Long go to Southampton. Yes, they doubled the money that they got from him for his transfer, but Shane Long is a really awesome player. Hull City were lucky to have him, so I think that's a major error by Hull. And then we have my favorite club, Liverpool, and of course Luis Suarez went to Barcelona for 75 million. We have to move on, and I think Sturridge is another major contender for the top scorer award, because he scored 22 goals and he wasn't the main man last season. Luis Suarez was. So imagine what Sturridge can do with a better midfield behind him, with Lallana, Markovic, and players like that to supply balls to him, and Coutinho and Sterling, they will all work their asses off to get as many assists for Sturridge as possible. And Sturridge seriously could go and score 25 plus goals, but I think he can, if he can stay injury free, he can score 30 goals. That's a bold claim, I know, but Sturridge, I think he is that good. Now we have Man City. Again, Aguero is a serious contender for the top scorer award, but he is quite injury prone. He has been injured a lot last season, and he still managed to score 17 goals. That shows that if Aguero stays injury free, he can bang in 30 goals a season easily. But the major problem is, can he stay injury free? So I think Dzeko or Yaya Toure, they could be in the mix, but with Champions League and with Man City having so many midfielders and strikers, they will get rotated a lot. So that could be a major problem in getting a top scorer award for a Man City player. And also, I think Jovetic will have an amazing season. He is the in-form striker for Man City at the moment, and if they can keep him playing, then Jovetic is definitely a player to look out for this season. And now let's move on to Manchester United. They have two world-class strikers, Rooney and Van Persie, but again, they are both injury prone. Rooney hasn't played more than 30 games a season in the last 5 years, and Van Persie has well-documented injury problems dating back to his Arsenal days. And Van Persie only scored 12 goals last season. Either of them could win the top scorers chart if they stay injury free, if they play 30-35 games plus, because they have amazing finishing abilities. But I'm still not convinced by Man United's midfield. They might need a Vidal type of signing to make them title contenders again. And yeah, Rooney and Van Persie, I don't think they can win the top scorers chart, but let me know what do you think about that in the comments below. And of course, Newcastle lost their top scorer, Loic Remy. They couldn't sign him on a permanent deal. And the new players, Riviere and of course they have Papi Cisse there. Not sure that they are good enough, so I think Newcastle could be in trouble if they don't sign any more players. Norwich got relegated. Southampton, another club that sold their most of their top scorers. Jay Rodriguez, he's out for a long time, and Southampton, they are just asset stripping at the moment, so they really need more signings. Shane Long could be a player to look out for. He could bang in 10-15 goals for them, same with Jay Rodriguez, but I don't think those players are contenders for the top scorers chart. Queen's Park Rangers, another interesting thing. If Remy stays in Queen's Park Rangers, he can bang in 10-15 goals again, but that will be nowhere near enough for the top scorer award. Another club, Tottenham, very interesting. I think they will share the goals around because they have a lot of goal scoring midfielders like Paulinho, Eriksen, as you can see. They will have Adebayor as their main man, and Soldado, he only scored 2 goals from open play last season. He scored 6 goals in total, but 4 of them were penalties. And Soldado, he was really a shocking signing by Tottenham for 20 million. So this is a make or break season for Soldado, because he's not getting any younger, and he really needs to justify his 22 million price tag for Tottenham. So no Tottenham striker will be anywhere near the top scorers chart. Same with Stoke City. One player to look out for in Stoke is Bojan, who used to be a player Barcelona were very highly regarded at Barcelona. but he went to Roma and Ajax, and now he's in the Premier League, so he's an exciting player to watch and look out for. Peter Crouch could be Stoke's top scorer, but they also signed the big tank Mame Biram Diouf from Germany, from Hanover, so another player to look out for. I think Diouf could be at the top scorer for Stoke. Sunderland, they are still trying to get Borini, and they have Altidore, Conor Wickham, Fletcher, Danny Graham, so they have 4 quite average strikers, I have to say. None of them really stand out, and Sunderland really need goals, so I think Borini would make a really good signing for Sunderland. And now let's take a look at Swansea. I think another dark horse, if Boney doesn't leave Swansea, he could be really a big helpful, because in his first season he scored 16 goals, and they had the Europa League to cope with last season. This season Swansea doesn't have European competition to cope with, so Boney could be a player to look out for. He could score 20 plus goals in a Swansea side trying to get even better. West Brom, another team, very interesting. They are actually relegation candidates in my view. I don't really know their manager, and they haven't really signed any major players. They have Anichebe and Berahino, 2 forwards, but they need more goals. As you can see, their top scorer was Berahino last season with 5 goals. That shows all their problems. And West Ham, they spent 20 million on Andy Carroll, and Andy Carroll is injured again. They signed some promising players, especially Zarate from Lazio. He could be West Ham's top scorer, but they need more goal scorers. They still have Carlton Cole and Maiga, but it shows that Kevin Nolan, a midfielder, was their top scorer last season. So West Ham really need to sign a big striker. Who have I not talked about? Leicester City. Yeah, I forgot to mention them. So they have David Nugent and Barmby, Wood and players like that, but I think they will lack goals and they will struggle in the Premier League. So let me know, guys, what do you think about all of this that I talked about? Who will be the Premier League's top scorer in the next coming season? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really interested to hear your opinion. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. See you later, guys. Goodbye.